back to my channel. I'm Esme.
I'm Franky.
And today's video is another house to home video. We're so excited to be sharing this one with you guys because it made such a huge difference in our house and we are just so obsessed with how it came out. It's the beautiful shiplap you see right behind us. It was a DIY project, and then the entertainment center was something we got custom built, and then we just added a shiplap to it. And we learned a couple things along the way, so if you're interested in learning how to get something like this done, or you just want to see how our house is coming along, or you want to see the little hiccup and fail we had along the way, which was, it's funny now that we look at it, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so this is where we are at in the entertainment area build. So that piece down here, I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but that was actually a custom build cabinet. We had a company come out here, measure, and just design that right here. The only thing we did right now is we took out the glass doors so that we can do the hole through the shiplap through the wall for when the TV gets mounted, so that all the wires go through the wall and out the cabinet to get plugged in down at the bottom. But other than that, you know, all the shiplap, the mounting, that all was mounting the TV, that's all us. And I am so thankful to our friends that were able to come out here and help us do this, because I don't think we could have done it without them. Not because it's crazy hard, but because we did have to do a lot of cuts, like cutting around, you know, the speaker and just cutting the planks to size. We didn't even have, you know, the tools that they use for that. But one, it was so much fun, obviously, doing a fun project like this with friends, and obviously they did an amazing job. So we're so thankful. But now all we have to do is go in and do the finishing touches, which is like finding all the little staple holes and putting it over. And we're gonna have to do some caulking on the sides just to kind of seal the edges. And then we're going to just spray it all with a coat of paint. And I mean, they already look white, but you know, this is just how the boards came. So we're gonna go ahead and paint it a Sherwin pure white, and that's gonna match the white on the cabinet. So it's all gonna be really pretty and cohesive. So that's where this part of the shiplapping process is at. And we also did the giant wall all the way across our dining room, full of shiplap. And over here, I think definitely was a part where we really needed our friends to come in and help us, because there was a lot of cutting that had to happen. And of course, there was this part that had to happen. Now, the reason you guys see all that there is because this wall is 13 feet long and the planks only come 12 feet long. So there was a foot of planks basically that had to get, you know, cut down, measured, and put in to make it look like it's one cohesive shiplap. And to, you know, fill the gap, we went ahead and used this, what is this called? Like sanding wood filler. So we filled in the gap, we've been sanding over it so that, like, you know, this is a better example. Well, they're not sand yet, but once we sand over it, it's gonna be nice and smooth. And then, of course, we'll go over them and paint it. And then it'll look like one clean plank. So that's where we're at right now. And we went with this sandable wood filler. This is what we use to fill in all the little staple holes in the gaps between the 12-foot planks and the 1-foot planks in the dining room. Now, the easiest way that I found to make this whole finishing touches job a lot easier is to just get a tiny amount on your fingers when we were filling the staple holes. And honestly, less is more. The less that I use, the easier it was to really get it into the hole without getting too much extra sand filler around the edges, because it just makes your life so much easier when you're sanding when you don't have very much to sand. So we just try to fill in the holes as much as we can, wipe everything else off, and that way when we went in with our sanding sponges, it just made our job so much easier. And the only thing we had to truly get were the finishing sanding, which I believe was the 120 grit. We didn't need to get anything more harsh than that, because since we were really good about just using a tiny bit, there really wasn't very much to sand. And one of the finishing touches that I feel like made the biggest difference in how everything looks is caulking the edges all around. So we did caulking all around the sides against that meet up against the wall. And as you can see here, when Frankie first did it, he was a little bit messy with it, but as we went on, we kind of figured what was the best strategy to clean up all the excess, and that was by using actually kind of like always using a clean finger and just passing a wet rag along the wall so that you don't get all that white smudging. Of course, though, it was pretty easy to kind of touch it back up with paint though, but I definitely recommend you don't skip the caulking on the edges part because it definitely makes it look so seamless and clean and pretty. And before we painted, we had to wipe down all of the planks because we did a lot of sanding from all the putty filler. We needed to get it all off so that the paint could go on nice and smoothly. We also ended up doing a ton of extra prep work because Frankie decided to get a paint sprayer, which you will see how, well, that was not a great idea. And this is our entertainment center, you guys. This is the final look, how everything turned out, and I am so in love with this. This has definitely made a huge transformation in our house. We have a very, very open living room to our kitchen and dining room. So having this giant finished statement piece, I feel like, just really ties our house together and makes it look just finished. I absolutely love our cabinet that we had built in. I feel like this was such a great idea. If you have a nook like we do that goes into the wall and you can, get something like this done, I strongly recommend you do because it looks so clean, so much nicer than if we would have just gotten, a regular one, which at the end of the day, guys, those, TV consoles are super expensive as well. And we just saved up for a little bit longer to get this built. And the company, again, did such a great job. All the doors are the slow closed. And we got the glass doors in the middle so we can, cute little stuff like my ray gun. And then, of course, they did the little holes in the back so that wiring can go through. Now, the company did set up for it to go through here. But our amazing friends that helped us with the shiplap also helped us to actually get the wiring through the wall and through the TV console. So we have the really clean, no cable look, which I love. I think it just looks clean and really nice. So As for the shiplap, as you can see, we can't see any of the little holes anymore. That putty with sanding, it turned out so good. Like, you literally can't see anything. Of course, we all saw the little painting fiasco we had trying to use a paint sprayer. Bad idea, you guys. These planks they're MDF and they come primed. They're super, super soft and smooth, which is the point of this style. So we actually used Sherwin self-leveling paint, and this is in the color Pure White. And that was the best decision we could have done for this finishing, because it made it so that the paint literally self-levels and it looks really, 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 really smooth when you look at it from the sides. When you feel it, there is no texture on here. So if you're going to paint these, if you're going to use these, I strongly recommend that you get the self-leveling paint. Now, as for actually installing the planks, I didn't film that for you guys because, again, like I said, I had friends that came over and helped us do it, but it really, honestly, guys, is not a difficult job. If you have somebody that knows how to cut, or if you yourself know how to cut, this will be such a breeze. We literally just cut the planks to the size to fit here, and the planks that I specifically got off Home Depot, I'm going to go ahead and link them down below, but they clip basically together so that the gaps are perfect. That perfect shiplap gap. It looks gorgeous. I love, 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 love how it turns out. And these were literally just stapled in with a air gun with the air compressor. So it makes it so that it's, so with the shiplap already allowing you to kind of space them out, perfectly even, it really did make the job a lot easier. My tip is that definitely get this. If you are trying to get this look, definitely get the ones that I'm linking down below, because I did search at different places, and the ones that I found at Home Depot were the cheapest ones. And a tip here also is to do an online order for your store so that they have enough planks for you to get your job done, because especially if you're doing like floor to ceiling, like how we did in the dining room, you're going to actually need quite a lot of planks. And the first time we had gone in to see them, they actually didn't have, because we measured, how high our ceilings were. We knew how many planks we were going to need. And when we went into Home Depot to just take a look at them, they didn't have enough. And that's when the guy there told us to just go ahead and make an online order for exactly the quantity that you need. That way they will have it there and it will be ready for you to start your project and finish it right away. And again, the finishing touches on the shiplap is really what kind of ties it and makes it look really clean and professional. As you can see, all the little holes that we puttied through, you can't see those anymore. You can't find them. Once we used a little bit of putty, sanded lightly over them, and of course painted, you cannot see them anymore. And the caulking around the edges, you guys, honestly, at first I was like, do we really need to do that? And once we did, oh my goodness, yes you do, because it just locks in those edges, makes it look so clean and just very professionally done, even though it was just us and our friends. So I definitely suggest that you do the caulking around the edges, you get the putty to sand the little holes to make them really seamless, and then you do an online order so that you will have enough shiplap for your project. And then of course, let's not forget about the paint job. So yes, after the fiasco of trying to spray paint these, first of all, I don't know what I was thinking, agreeing with it in the beginning, because these planks are MDF. They're really, really soft and just smooth. So the paint that we had to get to achieve that smooth, non-textured look was actually Sherwin self-leveling paint. The self-leveling paint allows you to paint over a really soft surface, and it literally self-levels so you won't have any texture left on it. So this paint actually would also work really good if you're doing smooth doors, if you're trying to paint that. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's so worth the price, because you don't want, texture on these beautiful, soft looking planks. So yes, guys, this is our gorgeous entertainment center. This is the final look. Eventually we'll get a new TV that's a little bit bigger, but with all the craziness happening right now, we figured we'll just mount our old one, stay put, and wait to see what happens. And then, you know, hopefully in the future, we'll get to get a new one. This is what the dining room turned out like. So yes, you can still see a little bit of a line right there. I don't know if it's kind of showing up on camera, but that's that seam where the 1 foot planks met the 2 foot planks. Now, obviously, if your dining room is shorter than 12 foot, because that's how, you know, the planks come, then you won't have this problem. What we think we're gonna do, since you can barely kind of see it in some and not so much in others, and I really think that's just because we didn't do that good of a job at sanding it down. So we're thinking of actually going back one of these weekends, sanding it back down and probably repainting it. But for now, I'm like, you know what, maybe I could just put a cute little fiddle tree here or something where we can't tell. I know we still need to get a new dining table and switch the light fixture, but overall, I am so happy with the look and the like just freshness it gives the house. I think it's so cute. I absolutely love it. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for spending the time with us. We really appreciate you guys watching our little house to home videos. We have so much fun filming these. I really hope that you guys were able to either learn something or at least get some inspiration for some really fun projects you guys can do around your home just to make it a little bit cozier and a little bit more you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you want to see more house to home videos. Comment down below what you thought, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.